I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers with their top 10 list of suits that they want in Marvel Spider-Man 2 coming out in exactly 4 months from now. From when I'm recording this, of course, this probably won't go up for a few days, but we are exactly 4 months away from Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and I just wanted to give my input on the top 10 suits that I want for Peter in the game. Now, this series is going to be 3 parts. We're going to have the first part today be the top 10 suits for Peter, and then we're going to start it off, before we get to the top 10, we're going to start it off with some obvious picks that are just obviously going to be in the game. Now, for this list, I am not going to include any suits from the first game because I have a strong feeling that most of those, if not all of those, will return in this game. So, disclaimer, none of those are going to be included. That does not mean I don't want them in the game. I just think that they will come back. So before we get into this list, I just want to ask, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy my list, please go down, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and comment your top 10 list. And if we agree, or if we disagree, or why you don't like my list, I want some of you guys' input on why you may not want one of the suits in the game, or why all of my suits I have on this list are just absolutely trash. So without further ado, let's get into this list, starting off with the obvious picks. Now, before we go any further in this list, I do want to mention that I do have a bit of a stuffy nose and a cold. I've had it for about a few days now, so if I sound sick, I sincerely apologize for that. Now, I want to start off by listing the obvious picks. There are 3 suits that I feel are obviously going to get in the game. Now, the 3 suits that I feel are obviously getting in the game for me are the first one being the Superior Spider-Man outfit. Now, let's be honest, if this doesn't get in the game, Insomniac doesn't know what they're doing, okay? The Superior Spider-Man is one of the coolest outfits, I feel, for Spider-Man throughout all the comic books. One of the coolest, and definitely was one of the most requested suits to be in the first game, and if I recall, it was not in the first game. So that is obvious pick number 1. Now, moving on to the second obvious pick, I feel, is, come on. If the Spider-Verse outfits don't get in, then what are we doing, Insomniac? That's honestly going to be my explanation for all 3 of these obvious suits. What are we doing, Insomniac? If these suits are not in the game, Spider-Man 2, then I don't want to say they're dumb, but they're just plain stupid. The Spider-Verse outfits are awesome. They are super popular right now, coming off of the second movie, which arguably is a perfect film in my eyes. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. The Spider-Verse outfits are definitely getting into the game. There's no question about that. If you haven't figured already, then I don't know what you're thinking, but obviously the number 1 pick for obvious suits is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. This suit was the absolute, probably the highest requested suit to be in Marvel Spider-Man 1. If it's not in Marvel Spider-Man 2, like I said before, I hate to say it, but Insomniac is just losing money. Now, I'm not saying they're going to charge for this suit. If they do, people are going to buy it no matter what. They don't care. Either way, it's going to make it into the game. I just don't see a reality where this suit is not in Marvel Spider-Man 2 at all. We already have the Tobey suit. We have the 1,500 Tom suits. We need arguably one of the greatest live-action comic book suits ever in arguably the greatest comic book game of all time. Now, getting into the nitty-gritty of this list, we're going to start on our main list, which is the top 10 suits that I want in the game for Peter Parker specifically, for the main Spider-Man specifically. So we're going to jump right into this. Here are the top 10 suits that I hope are in the game. Now, I don't know why I didn't like this suit at first. I think it was, just kind of a big departure from Spider-Man, and, it was purple and white. It didn't represent the original Spider-Man, which is near and dear to my heart and near and dear to my life. You know, the original Spider-Man has always inspired me, has always been in my life. But since then, this suit has really grown on me, and it's definitely a very cool looking suit. I think that what would make it even better is, I don't really know what to call it, like a 4D effect maybe on the purple on the shoulders and the upper chest sections, like to make it look like, you know, when you move the camera, like the image moves with it, kind of like a 3D or 4D, what I don't know what to really call it, but you know, add like dimensions to it to where when you move it, the image and it moves and kind of makes it looks like a make it look like a galaxy or a universe. I think that would be a very very cool idea, and that could really add a new dynamic to this suit. And like I said, I don't know if this is a popular. Maybe if they were to update the suit and add that dimensional look, this could be a fan favorite suit. Moving on to number 9, I actually have this on here because I do like the look of it, but the other thing is Insomniac themselves confirmed that the two pre-order bonus suits, the Arachnite and the Shadow Spider, I think Miles is called, I'm not sure, but the Arachnite suit and Miles variant of that suit, those suits have capes, and Insomniac has came out and said that there will officially be cape physics in the game. So it is my understanding that they wouldn't really add cape physics into the game if there wasn't more than 2 suits that have a cape. I just feel like they wouldn't go through the hassle of that, making a whole new system and then only having 2 suits have capes. So I think there's going to be a lot of cape suits in this game, and that's why at number 9 I have the Doctor Strange cape suit. Now I know I said all of the Spider-Verse suits would get in the game, and that was obvious. But what I mainly meant was Miles's suit is going to get to the game. Maybe Peter's will, maybe not. I don't know. But for sure, Miles is going to get in the game. So, on my list, I added a Spider-Verse suit that was in Across the Spider-Verse, but it's going to be a little different. It's not Miles's, but instead this is the Web Slinger suit. If you've seen Across the Spider-Verse, you would know what I'm talking about. He rides a horse, he has a shotgun, and in some of the pictures he has pistols, or revolvers, or 6 shooters, and they shoot the webs. He doesn't have web shooters, but he has web shooters. I think that'd be a really fun and funny outfit. And maybe like the poncho would have cape physics. That is my number 8 spot, the Web Slinger outfit. Now I'm pretty sure this next one was not in the first game. That I say that because I don't know if they added a suit that was inspired by it, but I know that the Steve Ditko suit was a very highly requested suit for the first game. Now Steve Ditko, rest in peace, he is the co-creator of Spider-Man. He did all the art for Spider-Man in the early days, and that art is what made Spider-Man Spider-Man. Really, that's who made Spider-Man who he is. So I think having the Steve Ditko suit in the game would be absolutely awesome, and that's really all I have for that one. Now, next is definitely one of my favorite suits in all of the comics and in all depictions of Spider-Man, and that is the Todd McFarlane suit. I don't know what it is about it, maybe just the build of Spider-Man, how ripped he looks, balls, I guess. Anyway, Todd McFarlane suit, the big eyes, the dark colors, and just the storylines of Venom and the way that they're drawn, the way they're depicted. Todd McFarlane is an absolute legend, and this suit will go so well in the game. Maybe we can have like the variations of the suit, how we have the color variations. We can get like a comic shell shaded one, and then just like one that looks realistic. I think that would be a awesome idea. Now, this next suit I know was another highly requested suit to be in the first game. I don't know why it didn't make it into the first game, but it definitely should make it into the second game because it also has a cape. And that is the Spider-Man Unlimited outfit, not the mobile game, the cartoon, the TV show. I watched a lot of it when I was younger, so I have that emotional attachment to the suit. And with it having a cape, I think it would be a lot better since there's going to be cape physics in this game. So I think there is no better time than now to put this suit in the game. Now, this next suit, I'm not sure if it is going to be in the game or not because it hasn't technically been in any movies yet. But the next suit is going to be the new MCU suit that Tom Holland has at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. This suit looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to see it in the next movie. And it just looks like a dream come true, a accurate comic book suit that looks absolutely amazing in the ending scene. I hope that they update a little bit to make the blue a little less shiny, because I'm sure it'll grow on me, but it just looks very shiny, and I kind of don't like that. I like the comic book, like lighter blue, but it's like just like a matte color, or whatever you want to call it, not the shiny version. But I don't know if this suit's going to be in the game, because it hasn't been in any movies, but, it has a couple toys out with that suit, and it has, like, promo pictures, and it has concept art. Like I said, people are making toys of it, so I don't know if it'll be able to be in the game, because we haven't technically seen it in a movie yet. I do hope that this suit makes it into the game because it looks stellar. Now, number 3 is probably the absolute most requested suit in the first game. This suit didn't make it into the first game, which was very disappointing. I think they can't really go however many games they make of this. They got to put this suit in somehow, somewhere, some way, because people are not going to stop asking for it. This was the most requested suit for the first game, and my number 3 spot for the second game, and that is Spider Cop. Okay, Spider Cop needs to be in the game. You hear me? Spider Cop needs to be in the game. Okay, it just needs to be. Okay, yeah. Now we are down to the number 2 spot, and this one I know a lot of people hold this specific suit and this specific thing that it is from near and dear to their hearts, and that is the spectacular Spider-Man outfit from the TV show The Spectacular Spider-Man. That is what Spider-Man is supposed to be, and it truly is. And I think the animation style, and I think the way they can put this in the game is with the animation style, it would look great. I feel like it would kind of look like the anime suit that they put in the last game, but I don't know if they'll change the model. They changed the model in the first game a little bit, so in this game I hope they can change the model, make him a little smaller, and that would just be amazing, give it the animation look. Now, I think, again, it'd be awesome to have a variant of the animation look and a look where it's just realistic, and it looks like Peter in the game just wearing that suit. Now, here we go. Number 1. This is my favorite comic book series of all time, and my favorite superhero of all time, of course. But this comic book series has always had a place in my heart. It has been the best reading experience of my life, and this suit needs to be in the game. It would look absolutely amazing in the game. It's already been modded, and it looks insane. And that suit is the Ultimate Spider-Man outfit. The Ultimate Spider-Man series is my favorite comic book series of all said in the beginning, let me put my little paper right here. Just like I said in the beginning, I plan on making this videos because I have a big list of stuff I want to do. So this video was the top 10 suits for Peter and the obvious picks. The next video that will be up maybe next week will be the top suits that I want for Miles, plus some fantasy picks. Suits that I think will be awesome in the game, but ultimately probably won't get in due to how wacky they are. But would definitely be awesome in the game. And my third video, which will probably be out a week after that second video, will be the top symbiote suits that I want, or symbiote. The top symbiote suits that I want in the game, plus the top Venom skins in the game. And this is purely based on the idea that we're allowed to pick the skin with Venom in the game. Even if we don't get to play as him, if we just get to pick what skin the main villain wears, that'd be insanely awesome. And yeah, that would be a great idea. That'd be fantastic. It would look super cool. So that's kind of like a fantasy pick also, but just imagine if we could do that. It'd be awesome. So I'm gonna throw that in there if we be able to pick Venom's skin in the game. And that's gonna be it for me in this video. Please like, subscribe, favorite, share with all your friends. Do all that. Please support. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. We've kind of stalled 53. Thank you guys so much again for watching and making it to the end. I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.